And if you have, if you can make Lija and Helen co-hosts.
Okay, great. Hi, Legion. I'm sorry, my mistake.
That's okay.
Completely missed. Hold
Don't
on
worry.
a second. Let me make
No worry.
co-host. Helen is a co-host, and Legia is now co-host.
I love to see your office workshop.
Really?
So
You
much
would?
fun.
Okay.
Guitar,
I'll
all
give
the
you a
gadgets.
tour.
Yeah,
This is the
So much
Build It
fun.
Yourself Laboratory,
yeah.
and we have a lot of toys here. We have, well, here we have some puppets.
Puppets.
And hold on a second. Let me share. Let me spotlight this. So, Build It Yourself Laboratory. We have lots and lots of toys. This is a. You can see when I turn it, he opens his mouth and.
That's cute. Oh, so cute.
And we have a animal feeder here, and it's a camera basically. An animal comes to feed, it takes a picture up close and personal. So we record animal feeding habits. And then we have lots of brainstorm hats, puppets. And here we're working on a, robot. When you press a button, it turns. All made from cardboard and coffee stir sticks. And this is ultimately going to be so that you can put a quarter in here.
Yeah, and then it will spin.
And then it will spin, right? And it's
I remember when my kids were little, they went to the Museum of Science and all that pipe.
Yeah, right.
Kind of fun.
And we have over here is our work area. And then we have a music studio. Over here, we have a lot of musicians on our team. We have a keyboard and a guitar area, and then we have a jungle garden over in the corner there.
Wonderful. Excellent.
So it's our sandbox, engineer's sandbox.
This is really appealing. Hope that the COVID will be over, and then you have the real space.
And you can come and visit our lab. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, have fun. This is really fun.
So, hi everyone. Can you tell me a little bit about yourselves? Jason, what are your favorite things to build, to do? Jason, can you turn on your microphone and share with us?
Yeah.
What your interests are, or anyone like to chime in? Lynn?
I like to build with Legos.
You're into Legos. What kind of Lego projects have you built?
Once I made a Lego robot when I was little.
Do you have motors? Do you have the Lego Mindset?
Wait, yeah.
Great.
But I also made one that didn't move.
We do lots of Lego here. How about you, Lil? Is it Lynn? Excuse me. Lynn, what are your favorite things to do?
To coding.
You like to code? Like, what do you mean coding? Like coding?
I code Minecraft and stuff.
Okay. Have you ever used Scratch? The
programming
language. Scratch is a programming language developed at MIT. It's a very interesting language because it allows you to make graphics and animation very, very easily.
No, but like the code already give me some blocks already. Already given me some blocks.
Yep. We do Minecraft. We do Minecraft redstone projects. So you can make AND gates and OR gates and flip-flops.
I do computer science.
Ah, in Minecraft? Computer science, great. Well, good for you. Anyone else like to share their building projects?
I like to do Scratch.
Scratch, cool. What Scratch project have you built?
I like to do platformer games.
Platformer games, cool. We've done a lot of those, actually. Those are fun. Okay. Well, so we have some time to explore a number of projects we do. Let me share my screen and I'll give you a quick tour of our website. And you can see the projects we do. So we have a Set Up Your Laboratory project. We have Soapbox Racers. Anyone ever build a Soapbox Racer? These are jalopies made from premium quality junk. Anyone know what this racer is made from? Trash can, right? Right, cardboard boxes. Here's a video of a race we had. Get set, go! This was at Concord Academy Summer Camp. Let's see if I can make it a little bigger. This is one of my favorite projects. Getting the cars ready at the starting line. It takes about a week to build a project like this. Every day for 5 hours a day. And then on the last day we race. So you get the idea. And then we do, let's see if we go back here to, let me just grab this again. Missions, Soapbox Racers. We do flying machines, chain reaction, like Rube Goldberg machines. We build catapults. We even have a cooking course. We make remote control goblins from ugly vegetables. Anyone know what this head is made from? That's a turnip. Here is an ugly veggie. It's a pear, and this is a garlic. And this one's made from a lemon. So this art and engineering program, a lot of art and a lot of engineering. And then we do computer projects. We do 3D graphics. We do Scratch cartoon, animated cartoon stories. A lot of Minecraft. We have 4 different Minecraft classes. The most advanced one is to set up your own Minecraft server, make your own Minecraft world. I mean, with your own commands. We have a program, I think one of you said you really like to code, computer science. We do a workshop on website design, build your own website. And one of my favorite projects is to design emojis. You all use emojis when you do WeChat? Let me show you some of my emojis in WeChat. So here are my favorite emojis. Here's a, can you all see this? Whoop. Okay. So we make emojis, and we have a voice recognition program. We show you how you can program Scratch so that your robots can understand what you're saying. And then finally, we have robotics projects, 3 classes of projects: contraptions made from premium quality junk, computer projects, and then robot projects. We have robots that earn money for 25 cents. Your robot could tell a fortune, could give you a kiss, could dance, could tell a joke. And then we have robots that we have an alarm clock project. We have robots that make a mechanical garden. So when the sun comes up, the flowers bloom, or different times of the day, animals will come out into the mechanical garden. And then we have a project, Rockin' Robots. We build puppets that play a drum or dance or sing. So that's a big picture of our robot projects. Anyone like to comment on which are your favorite projects? Anyone see any projects here you think you'd like to build? This is the Pirates Cove, where we build pirate boats, and we dress like pirates, and we sail them on a pond. What's your favorite project? Anna, do you see a project here that's your favorite? Okay, Xiaofei, shall we zero in on one particular project that we'll be introducing? Or Helen or Elijah, would you like us to zero
Yes,
in on one?
John, how about the one that we mentioned in the flyer, the robots that
Robot
make
makes
money?
money.
Robots that make money. Okay,
Yes, thank you.
fantastic. Okay, so here, let's just check out this video. I'm not quite sure what this is, but we'll check it out
So here
anyway.
we have the basic modules of a robotic band that earns money. It consists of a coin sensor, a spillway. The quarter goes down the spillway, hits an arm. The arm rests on a key. When the arm is pressed by the quarter, it presses the key. The Scratch program detects or senses that key press and controls a pattern: a triangle, a square, or a circle. This Mu microprocessor controller then determines the position of a servo based on the pattern. If the servo goes to the left and hits the blue wire, it closes a circuit that drives this motor, turns on this motor, which in turn drives the drummer. If the servo goes to the right position, touches the yellow wire, then it closes a circuit that turns this motor on and drives the guitars. So let's see it in action. We put the quarter in the coin sensor, hits the arm, changes the pattern from the triangle to a square. We see the servo go hit the blue wire. We see the drummer turn on. Then we see a circle. We see the servo go to the left, which turns on the motor that drives the guitarist. And then it goes back to a triangle, and the servo position goes to the off position. So there.
So that's a very sophisticated robot that earns money with a lot of complicated electronics. we start with the same coin sensor, and then we program in Scratch. When you put a quarter in, the Scratch program will detect the quarter when a key is pressed, and it could tell a joke, or it could answer an important question, yes or no. It could tell your fortune, or the Scratch project could play a tune. For a quarter, you get to listen to a song. It might make a character on the screen dance. So for a quarter, you could dance with the robot. And so that's basically the project Robots That Make Money. Any questions? Any ideas for what you'd like your robot to do when you put a quarter in? Any ideas about what your buddies would pay 25 cents for? Well, I can tell you we have some kids in Mexico right now that are building this project. And one of them has a really interesting idea. When you put a quarter in, you get to test your reflexes. And so against the robot. So it's like when you put a quarter in, a light turns, and as soon as the light turns on, you have to move the mouse or press a key. And if you can do that before the robot does it, then you win, otherwise the robot wins. So this fellow has the idea that you can test your skills against the robot. Another fellow is, I think a girl actually, is she has a robot. When you put a quarter in, it tests your knowledge of math. So it puts a bunch of math equations on the screen, and if you can solve the math equations, then you win, otherwise the robot wins. So 25 cents to test your math skills against the robot. What do you think, Anna, of those ideas? Do you think, Anna, you'd like to build a robot that could do something like that? Julian, how about you? Robots that earn money. It's kind of the modern lemonade stand. We had a fellow who made a robot that gave candy. And he brought it to Harvard Square. And in 5 hours at Harvard Square, he'd earned $27.25. That's a lot of quarters. It was a little bit more complicated than that, because when you put a quarter in, a wheel turned, and depending on where the wheel landed, that's how much candy you got. So sometimes you get no candy, and other times you get a lot of candy. And there were lots and lots of people at Harvard Square who wanted to test his candy machine. Any ideas, guys, for what your robot could do that could earn money? Go ahead, Lynn, you have an idea?
So it can give you a lemonade.
It could, it could pour you a lemonade, right? A robotic lemonade stand. Then you wouldn't have to sit in the hot sun all day and pour lemonade. You could set your robot to work, and then you could go off to the swimming pool, right? And then when you come back, your robot would have a whole bunch of money. That's a great idea, Lynn. That's really the modern lemonade stand. Anyone else have an idea? Go ahead. Shisheng? Shisheng? You have an idea? What would you like to make your robot do? Did I see you raise your hand? Lija, you may have to help me or Helen with some of the names.
Oh,
You are right, John. I think it's Sishen. Yeah, he's on mute right now. Hi, Sishen. Can you share your ideas?
Like my robot give me chocolate.
What would you like your robot to do? What do you think your buddies would pay 25 cents for? Anyone have any ideas? I can tell you that one of our builders made a robot that when you put 25 cents in, it would give you a big wet kiss. It had a squirt gun in it. And when you put your mouth up to the robot, it squirted you. So for 25 cents, you get a wet kiss. Anyone else have some ideas? Lija likes the idea of a robot that gives you a kiss.
But I wonder, how can you make a wet kiss by a robot?
It has a squirt gun in it and a water pump.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see. So interesting.
So, and a little funnel. It had a little funnel for the mouth. Okay. Well, if you all are planning to make a robot that makes money, one of the first things we need to do is to build a coin sensor. And let me share my screen and show you a coin sensor. If you'd like to do an exercise, let me stop sharing. And this is one part of a coin sensor. So here's the slot where you put a quarter in. The quarter falls all the way down the cylinder. And then there's a door in the cylinder. And when the quarter falls in this door, it hits, let me put this here.
Mm. Ah.
So this is how this works. You put a quarter in here, and then the quarter will hit the plate on the arm sensor. And then when this goes down, it presses a key right here.
Mm.
Right? So we build basically a lever.
Hmm.
And it's all made from cardboard, rubber bands, coffee stir sticks from Starbucks.
Yeah.
And then we build this from paper. And what we need to do is we need to tell everyone where to put the quarter, right? We need to make a design that will make people know what this is all about. So one of the first things we do is we make a graffiti sign. So I could show you how to do graffiti if you would like to start a machine that makes money. First thing you need to do is say, feed me 25 cents and I'll give you a treat.
Hmm.
So let me share my screen again. If you all like to launch PowerPoint, that's the program we use to do graffiti. So I'll start a brand new PowerPoint. And without going into too many details, I'm going to switch this layout to a blank slide so that we don't have to mess with that title and subtitle. And then we're going to use the curved line tool, or let's use the straight line tool first. We'll make a 2 with a straight line tool, and then we'll make a 5 with a curved line tool. So you can do either one you like. So if we choose this, you can either find this under inserts, and then there's shapes. And then you could go to this object right here, freeform. And then to make a 2, we could start bing, click, click, click. You want to make the 2 really big. Click, 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 click. You get the idea, right? Click, click. There's a 2, right? Now we'll make it a little bit smaller. And we want it to be really bright color. So we'll go to home and we'll choose the paint bucket. We'll press the arrow next to the paint bucket and we'll go to gradients. So this allows you to make graffiti that has is really colorful. So we'll choose more gradients down here, and we can choose, here's green. Let's try putting a red here and orange here. That's a pretty bright 2. And then we could make graffiti is very colorful. That's one quality of graffiti. Another quality of graffiti is that it has unusual shapes, exaggerated shapes. And so you saw how we made a exaggerated 2. And another quality of graffiti is it looks very 3-dimensional. It looks like it's popping right off the wall or off the page. So one way we can do that is we can copy this. I can either right click on it and copy. Now I have it on the clipboard, so I can turn this to black or dark gray, and then I can paste. And I can paste this right on top of the 2, and I'll have a drop shadow. Right? So now I have a 2 and I can group that. And when I group it, then I have 1, 2 that I can squish and squeeze. And anyone like to try to make a 2? What if we start with, let's make a big 25-cent sign. And maybe we could add some text to it. Feed me a quarter. Feed me a quarter. So I'll let you go on your own speed now, and I'll just try to enhance this. So this could be a page we could print out and put on our robot that earns money. Feed me a quarter, Control C, Control V. I'll bring this down here and I'll tell you a joke. And anyone have any jokes they like to tell? Why do ducks fly south in the winter? Why do ducks fly south in the winter? This is one of my favorite jokes. Because it would take way too long to walk. Yuck, yuck. Okay. If you like to make a 5 graffiti using the curved line tool, we could choose this curved line tool. And then we'll make a 5 over here. I'll make the 5 really big and then I'll shrink it. Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. Don't be afraid to exaggerate when you're making graffiti. The beauty of graffiti is that you get to use your imagination and draw the character really big and then color it in. So there's a 2 made from the straight line character and a 5 made from the curved line tool. 25 cents. If you really like the color on your 2, you can ungroup this. Let me ungroup it. There's a trick for converting the color from one character to another or one object to another. And that is you can use this format paint tool. So if I select the color gradient I really like, I can press format painter and then I can just paint this guy. Whoop, what did I do there? Undo. Let me try it again. I click on this, format painter. Let's see what happens. Oh, didn't like that. Let me undo. All right, I'll just do it over again. Shape fill, gradient. I'm eager to see what you guys are doing, so. See if you can make a really elaborate 25-cent sign that people will see from across the room and they'll say, wow, that looks interesting. And then if we want to put a drop shadow on this, Control C, Control V. Then I'll select this guy here, turn it black. And then I'll do, I'm gonna put cents up here. So use your imagination, guys. 25 cents. There you have it. If you really want to get fancy, you could maybe add some little decorations to this. What if we do something like this? I don't like that color so much. Green or purple. There we go. How about that? Control C, Control V. I'm moving these with my arrow keys, Control C, Control V. Sometimes I find it easier to use the arrow keys than the mouse. Control C, Control V. Control V. You get the idea, right? Think decorations. All right. Who'd like to show what they've got? 25 cents. First part of your robot that makes money. After taking a build-it-yourself course, many of our builders know how to use PowerPoint better than their parents. We use PowerPoint like our right hand. Almost everything we do at Build It Yourself, before we build a project, we specify it in PowerPoint. So PowerPoint is kind of like our, well, we make lab books out of PowerPoint. We document all of our ideas in a PowerPoint lab book. And PowerPoint is a really valuable tool. Not only is it a cool drawing tool, but it enables you to present your ideas in really convincing ways. Who'd like to share their screen and show us how they're doing on graffiti? Or would some of you like to see some graffiti examples to inspire your creative juices? Let me show you some. Let me show you some graffiti signs. So in lessons, we have a PowerPoint just on graffiti. Excuse me. So those of you that are still scratching your head about how to make a 25-cent graffiti sign, here's some examples. You can see these three features here. Graffiti is really colorful, unusual overlapping shapes, and three-dimensional. Here's the process for making graffiti. Draw your block letters, overlap them, outline it, gradate the colors, and then make a drop shadow. Here's some examples of an A. There's no end to the possibilities. Here's a whole alphabet made with different graffiti characters. Okay. So we would love to see how you're doing, or if you have any questions, share your screen and I'll try to help you. Let me put the participants up and ask how you're doing. Nice to see so many of you here. Lynn, how are you doing? Anything you'd like to show? Julian, were you able to launch PowerPoint and start graffiti? Shehan, don't be shy, because a good way to learn is to share ideas. A good way to learn is to ask questions. So the goal here is to learn new tricks. And best way we can do that, in my experience, is share ideas and ask lots of questions. Yefeng, how about you? How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Have you done PowerPoint before?
No.
Do you have any questions about using PowerPoint to draw graffiti?
No, you explained it really well.
Thank you. Okay, good. I'd love to see what you're doing. Shishen. How about you, Shisheng?
What is graffiti?
Graffiti is, well, this is graffiti. Graffiti is colorful, unusual shaped letters that look like they're popping right off the screen. It's a way of getting attention. So when we make a build it yourself project, we will almost always make a graffiti sign to promote our project.
Got it.
Did I answer your question?
No thanks.
Okay. Kayla and Andrew, how are you doing on PowerPoint? Anyone like to share their screen? I can stop sharing if someone would like to share.
We just got PowerPoint set up.
Oh, okay. Takes a little while to learn the tricks of PowerPoint. Don't worry, we will show you how to use PowerPoint in this workshop series. By the time you finish, you will be really good PowerPoint. You will know how to use PowerPoint really well. I can tell you, one of our members in Mexico, she made her name out of graffiti, and her friends liked it so much that she started a business, and she made her friend's name in graffiti. All of her friends, she would make their name, and then they would pay her 25 cents for her to make their name in graffiti. You can tell, Helen, we're trying to sprout entrepreneurs here, right?
Yeah.
Any questions on how to use PowerPoint? If you'd like to share, I can guide you through the menus to get you to the drawing tools. Okay. Well, Helen, if everyone is, I presume, building a sign, maybe they're not ready to show it off yet.
Yeah.
We could.
Yeah. Any questions or anything that parents or students like to raise? I hope that you enjoyed the session and sign up for the spring class. Should be fun. Lots of fun, a lot of creative work.
It's a combination of art and engineering and entrepreneurship.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hi. I have a question. So is this in one class? I don't know what topic will be taught in a class.
Okay, so good question. It will take us at least 8 weeks to complete the project. Over the 8 weeks, the kids will have a PowerPoint lab book where they will document the problem and the mission, a number of tricks that they'll need to know to build the machine. They'll build a scratch project, which will sense when a key is pressed and either tell a joke or play a tune. And then finally, they will have the final session will be a presentation of their projects. And often what we do with this is we challenge the kids to see which project can earn the most quarters. So
Sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah,
you're
a
welcome.
lot of creativity and then also entrepreneurship and then problem solving skills. I think
So-
it's really helping them develop an independent mind and to create with a prototype and then a final product and then present it to the team.
So for example, like Scratch is not one of the classes, it's embedded in this class.
Exactly. It's
Yes,
embedded.
embedded.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
We'll spend
great.
probably three, maybe even 4 sessions working on their Scratch project. Mhm.
Great, thank you.
So as Helen put so well, it's really a combination of problem-solving skills and presentation skills that will be exercised in the process of building a robot that earns money.
Yeah. Very important 21st century skills, and then kids will eventually learn how to apply all these kind of skills in their daily life and academic learning. So really build up from there when they're young.
And the age is 7 years and older?
7 to 13.
13.
Mhm.
13, and they're in the same classroom.
Everyone's in the same Zoom classroom. Mhm. Up to 12.
Great,
Up to
thanks.
12 up to 12 builders will work together. And we stress teamwork. It's one of our problem-solving tricks. So we really encourage kids to work together, help each other out, share ideas. That's a very important part of getting to the goal line.
Mhm. Okay, I think the kids are started to working on their stuffs, huh? Hopefully that you will have the chance to come together again in the spring class. Okay.
Great.
Yeah. Thank you.
My apologies, Helen and Leisha, for being late.
That's
My
okay.
bad.
Kids are having fun and we
Really
get to see all the presentation discussion. So thank you.
Great.
Okay.
All
Have a
right.
good
Thank
day.
you so much, John.
everyone.
We learned a new technique today.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I hope we'll have the good pleasure of building with you in the future.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun class.
Thank you very much.
Thank
welcome.
you.
Good class.
Okay.
Thank
Bye.
you. Looking forward to your course.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Mm.